Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
The British lady that interrupts us paused and caused the song to delay a little bit. Anyway, thank you for tuning in tonight. Welcome to the Soap Series. I am Doug, your host, with my sidekick, the beautiful Pam. How are you doing tonight, Pam?
Oh, well, you know I'm excited.
Well, yeah, we've got one awesome guest with us, multi-talented guest, Eric Martsolf. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, Doug and Pam. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Doing great.
Don't you love that Days of Our Lives theme song? Every time I hear that thing, it's just like I get a little chill every time I hear that thing. Still.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly do, because it's so recognizable. You know, we haven't changed much. They haven't changed that song or that logo since its inception. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I must say that the fans in the chat room said they would be topless if you were topless during the interview.
Let's see. Wait, am I alone in the house? Wait a minute. Yeah, the dogs are kind of looking at me funny. I don't know. Let's see how this goes, and if I'm inspired, whatever.
Well,
okay.
make sure the kids aren't around now.
Exactly. If they come, well, actually, they're not here right now. I have the house all to myself.
Oh, okay.
The kids and Mom are actually at Disneyland, and they're going to be coming through the door probably any minute. And if I'm sitting here on the phone with my shirt off, I have some explaining to do.
Well, the shirt wouldn't be so bad. It would be the pants if that was the case.
Then that would be. They'd probably get kicked out of the house for a little while. That's weird.
Yes, and that's okay, because I have the same stuff that Ian's been putting in your shake. So watch out. I'm just saying.
What is that stuff that he's putting in there? I don't even know.
My concoction's just a roofie for Pam and I. That's it. So don't mind me.
A roofie. I think they should do some kind of contest where they actually have a fan poll as to what should the drug be that Brady's actually ingesting right now, because it's never really. I don't think it's ever really specified as to what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone in the cast has their own idea, as to what it is. A couple think it's human growth hormone or steroids, and Brady's going to come back in a month like a Hulk and just giant, then beating Ian into a pulp or something. I don't know.
Or it could be classic soap opera saltpeter, where you won't be able to use some parts of your body.
That could very well be it as well. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was just telling you before the show, I was doing my research, and I saw that you have an EP that you had out back a few years back, and I went and downloaded it right away, listened to it 3 times in a row, and was in love with it. After our interview with us, I'm going to play it for everyone, and then tell them where to get it, so they can become, for those who don't have it, can go become fans. And as well, we put it on our website with links as well, so people can go get it, because we like to promote side projects as well as the main project that you're working on as well.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah, music is where I started. I mean, musical theater is actually where I got my love for acting, in the first place. So, yeah, it'll always be an important aspect and facet of my life. And I'll always keep doing music in some context when I'm doing. I want to do another EP. I just wish if Brady Black could just go to rehab for a couple of months, I'd have the time to do another album. We'll see.
Yes, we would love another EP. EPs are great because you don't have to work on a full 10 to 12 song album. You can give your fans a little more taste of what you've got.
Yeah, those days are almost over of like full length albums. I mean, remember the days when you had to buy the 12 song album if you just if you like that one song, And
right.
In these days, you can just download whichever one you want.
Yeah,
99 cents.
And what's really ironic is we had Kyle Lauder on last week, who used to play Brady Black, and he has an album as well. And I didn't know it until I did research, and I downloaded his music, and I was just like, wow, so the Brady Blacks just sing. I mean,
that was a prerequisite for the role, actually.
Yeah.
We had to go in there. And they said, we're not going to do a screen test. We're actually just going to have you sing us a song. And then Oh, but you got to sing. You got to sing "Wanted Dead or Alive," Bon Jovi with your shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please do that now. Please do that now.
Yeah. Could you do that now with the video chat? My Skype number is.
Wouldn't that be great if that was actually the audition? Unfortunately, that wasn't. You know what, though? Nadia Bjorlin, when she auditioned for the role of Chloe, though, she actually had to sing for that role because I know this because we saw a clip. They brought out some old audition tapes for a Christmas video that we all watched 2 years ago for a cast luncheon. We always have a Christmas luncheon, and they break out some pretty funny videos just for the sake of laughing at each other. And sure enough, there was Nadia with like this blondish hair and just singing this opera music. It was great. I mean, she was a baby. I don't know how old she was when she started, but it was fairly funny.
Well, she has an excellent voice, too. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. She's got a great instrument, yeah.
Well, maybe if she ever comes back to Salem, you guys can do a duet on air for us. Because the characters had a duet before. I would like to see the characters do a duet again.
Yeah, that was a big. Nadia and I always had a big laugh about the fact that when I came on to be Brady, they just never seemed to want to play around with the idea of Brady and Chloe. And the interesting thing was that that's what I was told was going to be when my storyline was going to head. I was told you'll be portraying Brady Black now, and you've been in rehab. You were a substance abuser. You did manual labor on a farm in Vienna. Wait, what? A farm in Vienna, that's correct. And you're going to come back to settle unresolved issues with Chloe. So I'm like, okay. Manual labor. I thought, Eric, it was just manual labor. I don't know, you were plowing a field or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was plowing fields for 3 years. And then I got on the set, and sure enough, they threw me right into Nicole's arms, I'm like, this isn't Chloe, is it? No, that's Nicole, but you're going to help her out with her baby for like the next year and a half. So, I mean, when viewers out there think that we know what's going on and they want some information, we literally are just as blindsided sometimes with storyline as anybody out there. Because I went in something that it was the antithesis of what I was told. So I think they were just messing with me. But
I think so.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well,
so when are we going to see you back on screen? Sometime soon, I hope?
Yeah, I know
We're going through withdrawals.
My own mother actually called me up. She's like, honey, what's going on? Did someone bury you alive like you did to that poor woman a couple of years ago in that sarcophagus and you're just gone? No, Mom. And, that's how the soap schedules work sometimes. You just...
Yeah.
End up with a hiatus. I will be airing, I believe, within the next day or two. Actually, I'll be back on screen.
Good.
But it's
you're waking up from that drink. That's what it is. You've been out from the count.
Yeah, I guess it was some, what's that sleeping agent that people take? Ambien.
Yeah.
That protein.
Half a dozen of them.
Brady's asleep in a closet in the Kyriakis mansion somewhere, and he's been there for 5 weeks.
Oh, my God. You'll come crawling out, and you'll see Stefano and run back in. I don't know.
Oh, my God, wouldn't that be hilarious? They just open the show, and I just, come out of this closet, and I'm like, just rubbing my eyes, and what happened? John Aniston comes down. Damn it, Brady, you've been asleep for 5 weeks. Will you please get up and do something? I'm on the wrong end.
Man, pull yourself together.
She's all pissed at him. And what are you doing in there? Granddad, I don't know. I think there's something in my shake. Oh, shut up. I like it.
Well, maybe
I wrote
Brady shot.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong end of it.
Stefano.
Oh, my God.
You haven't been around, so maybe you're the one that shot Stefano. So.
Oh, no.
Was that your theory now?
No.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to think of a reason why we haven't seen you besides everybody's got to take their turn front burner storyline. We're ready for you to be front burner. We miss seeing you.
Well, maybe I've been gone so long. Maybe they'll take a good look at Stefano's body and they'll rip his mask off and it'll be Brady in there.
Oh, Lord, don't even say that. No.
God, did I say that out loud? Oh no. You just never. I came from I came from Passions, so you know that I'm ready for anything. There's nothing that surprises me anymore as far as soaps go. So I mean, these outlandish things, I've literally had to do them, So
yeah,
not so crazy.
I'm sorry to say that I never watched you on Passion, so I'm not sure, but I know it was a different type of soap opera.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. It had a lot of supernatural elements, and interestingly enough, it was born from Days of Our Lives. James Riley, who was the writer, when he did the possession of Marlena back in the. I'm not certain what year it was, but the ratings were so high during that time. People were so into that demonic possession thing that they came along and said, "Listen, can you write a whole soap about stuff like that, just crazy, wild, supernatural elements?" And Passions was born literally from that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it employed me for 6 years and got my little soap career started, so I'm thankful.
Yes. Thank you, Passions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate it. It was a nice little springboard.
Also, an early happy birthday to you on July 27th. You have a birthday, so early happy birthday.
You're the first person. I actually forgot that I have a birthday coming up. I do.
Okay. Well, just wanted to make sure you get recognized for having a good birthday. I hope you have a wonderful new year coming up until the next birthday.
Thank you. I hope I do. I can't wait to turn 21. It's going to feel so great.
I was trying to do the math, and I thought it was 21, but I didn't want to say 22 in case it wasn't it.
Well, let me ruin the surprise for you. It's not 21.
Darn.
Definitely not 21.
Well, you age beautifully, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Very nice of you to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you do to keep yourself all buffed up and good shape?
I have great surgeons.
You have great I don't think so.
No, it's not. No, it's just there's something weird about Los Angeles out here. There are a lot of people out here in the California sun that do not look their age, and it seems to slow down the aging process. I don't know if it's the palm trees or the sun or I don't know. I mean, of course, there are some chemical things that this lovely acting community likes to poke in their faces in order to retain their youth, but I said that pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful how you say these things. But I don't know. I mean, it really is just, it's such a beautiful state, and I think it keeps us young out here.
Yeah.
A lot of times it comes from good genes, so.
That it can as well. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe I think red wine is what keeps me looking young. That's nice. Just tons of red wine.
Well, Doug, we're going to have to move to L.A., drink red wine, and hang out by the palm trees.
Exactly.
There we go.
And you'll remain 30 for the rest of your life.
There we go. Perfect. That's and then when I become an alcoholic, I can
Exactly. You'll be an alcoholic, but you'll look great.
Yeah.
Get your priorities straight,
Right.
Exactly. When I was going through your biography, I was blown away. Over 1,500 theatrical performances, such as Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dreamboat. Gosh, there's a long list here.
Did you say Dreamboat?
Dreamboat.
I think that's another show in Vegas.
That was in Vegas. Dreamcoat.
That's right. That's the opening show to Thunder from Down Under. Yeah. Joseph and the Amazing Dreamboat. Would have been a good show, though.
That was a slip of the tongue. Anyway, Peter Pan and Grease and Music
Man. That is a gutter, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly. You've done a lot of the big name. Well, I better just not speak anymore. I'm a little tongue-tied. But anyway, you've done a lot of the big name productions. What was that like to be in on theater?
Well, theater's where I started. I mean, I was conned basically into auditioning for Grease when I was in high school, and I literally auditioned for Grease because there was this girl that I had a crush on at the time, and I wasn't the most popular kid in high school because I kind of did everything. I did play football, but I was a soccer player, but I was also in the choir. you know, so you kind of get knocked down a little bit for being in the choir, and then I played the trumpet as well. Not the coolest thing to do,
no.
but I enjoyed it. I really liked music, so I was right in the middle. So to get the attention of this girl, I was like, I'm going to audition for Grease because she was very musical herself. And sure enough, man, I got up there and sang the Star Spangled Banner and got Danny Zuko right out of the gate. And it was really nerve-wracking because I wasn't expecting to get the lead in the freaking show, for God's sakes. I thought I'd been given this opportunity. It's a blessing. I'll run with it and see what happens. And sure enough, I got the bug, you know, that acting bug that just bites you in the butt. And I went to school to become a lawyer, but when I was done and ready to go to law school, I had done too many theatrical shows and plays that I had to go to New York. I was like, I'm not going to law school. I got to give this a shot, and I never looked back. I kept traveling, kept doing gigs, Hawaiian cruise ships. I sang with Dolly Parton at Dollywood, and then I toured with Joseph in an amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
For like 3.5 years, and that's the bulk of those performances. I mean, that's a lot of shows in a lot of cities when you tour for that amount of time. So.
Yeah.
Well, and you played Pharaoh, which I remember quite well, as I've seen the play 5 times. So.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I did. That's one of my favorites.
I wonder if you ever saw me do the role.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. It was all Donny Osmond.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was with the Osmond tour, but it wasn't Donny. It was all of his nephews, actually. He has a brother, Alan Osmond, who has 7 sons, and they were all brothers in the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's neat.
It was me and just Mormons touring the country. Imagine that, you know?
Yeah.
All of us causing havoc all over the United States and Canada.
So I'm a huge fanboy of Smallville, and I remember you on there as Booster Gold.
Oh yeah.
If you can't be shirtless right now, could you at least wear that outfit?
Yeah.
Oh no! I begged Tom Welling to let me have that outfit. He's like, dude, that costume is about $15,000. We're gonna have to keep that. I'm like,
$15,000. Wow.
I mean, well, they literally, I'll tell you this, they flew me in. It was a 2-week shoot to do Booster Gold, and they flew me in 3 days early. I'm like, why do I have to go in 3 days early? And my first, thing on my itinerary was go to this leather shop in downtown Vancouver. I'm like, okay, maybe they're going to make me a jacket that says Smallville on the back of it or something, or thanks, Eric, for coming. I don't know what they were. They still hadn't made the costume. They wanted to fit it to my body. So they had my measurements, but they literally constructed this leather costume, and it was leather. I mean, really, really tough leather, not the easy breezy, flexible kind, not pleather, but the real thing. And they stitched it to my body literally while I stood there for hours. So they really wanted it to be form-fitting. So it wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but it definitely. I mean, I love the final product, and I thought it was a really cool shoot, and had a terrific time doing it.
I would imagine it was really hot to wear too.
Oh my God! As cold as Vancouver is, I was sweating bullets in that thing. It was not. It was not cute.
Shannon.
Shane. Yeah.
Shannon in the chat room says, "Tell him Shannon wants to know where his Booster Bear is. Where is Booster Bear?"
Oh, I know Shannon. She's so cool. She sent me this Booster Bear. It's literally a bear with the booster suit and the glasses and the headset. And when you press the headset, it has an audio clip from the show of me saying the actual, I'm Booster Gold, the greatest hero you've never heard of, until now. And it has it on this bear. It's pretty funny.
Oh, wow.
Went through a lot of trouble to make that thing, yeah.
Well, that's awesome, though.
Molly Burnett was actually playing with it the other day. I had to take it away from her. I mean, come on. What is she, 4 years old? She's like, I'm Booster Gold. I'm like, put it on the shelf. Or are you going to break it? Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to be missed from Days as well.
Yeah, no, we're sickened about that. I was out with her and Sean Christian the other night, and partly just Sean and I kind of said to her, you know what? There's a basketball game on, but more importantly, let's just go out and just want to spend some time with you before you hit the road, because I know she's gonna go on to some really cool projects. I mean, she's already getting heat as far as the audition circuit is concerned and making some headway. So she's a very talented girl. I always enjoyed working with her because she was so unpredictable. Her rehearsal was never the same as her taped version of what she was doing. It just kept you guessing, and that's really fun for an actor when you don't see it coming.
And she sings too.
Yeah, she's a little singer. She is a little songbird. She was singing the other night.
You guys have a lot
of
talent on Days.
Yeah. But we have more facets to us than taking our shirts off and shooting people.
Exactly. What was it like for you to step into a role that had already been created? I think also in Passion that you a different actor played Ethan before you, and then also with Brady Black. How do you make your character your own compared to, did you research the role before, or did you just go in blindly and make him your own?
Well, I've been asked this question before, and it's a good one, because I realize I've never originated a role in soaps. I've done 2 roles, and over the course of 10 years, that's been my calling card. I think, when a character needs to be brought back or be replaced, it's like, call Martsolf, he'll do it.
Yeah.
But sure, I mean, I obviously have a desire I would love to originate a character, but I've never shied away from a challenge, and I do look at replacing a character as a challenge, because you naturally get backlash from fans who have already become accustomed to the original portrayer, and they don't like change like that. They're already used to that character.
Yeah.
Little upset, so I take it upon myself. I'm like, my goal is to make you embrace me as the character, as quick as I can, and not necessarily forget about the original portrayer, but accept me, fully as the character. And I don't go in thinking I'm going to duplicate anything. I don't like to replicate. I don't like to do too much research. You like to preserve the historical integrity of the character, but you got to make it your own. And when I take over roles, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm him now, and that's the way it's going to be. And I bring whatever flavor I can, and hope that people like it.
Well, I haven't seen any complaints, so I think you did your job.
Thank you. I tried.
You're welcome.
And Kyle, I knew Kyle previously as well, because we had done some NBC events together. We actually sang together in Nashville, and I had known Ari. I had known a bunch of the Days folks before I even got there, and Kyle was very gracious. He made some statements in the press about, I wouldn't want anyone else to be portraying Brady Black, so I'm glad they got Martsolf to do it. So nice. It's been easy transitions that way. I mean, my coworkers have all accepted me in both scenarios very, very well. Passion's the same way.
Yeah. And who that you haven't worked with that you would like Brady to intertwine with?
Who have you worked with? Everybody? Stefano seemingly just kicked the bucket, right? So
yeah,
that's kind of out. I would actually like to see myself do more with my father. I've been slightly I don't want to say disappointed, but surprised at my lack of scene work with him. I think that's a relationship that still has a lot more to explore to it. Back in the day, he was always a lot of fun too. I'd love to go on like some heist with him or whatever. We could get our guns out and go shoot some people or something.
Yeah.
Brady could get all liquored up and all you had is a gun in his hand. He could just run around Salem, and that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, Salem's not very big. It's only the town square.
Yeah, right.
Have you noticed that? We laugh our heads off about that. Whenever we can't find somebody, we look at the other person and think, well, it's one of 3 places. I mean, You look at the Horton Square, you look at the coffee house, and I'll look at the Blue Note, and they got to be there. But there's a lot. There are a lot of folks that I would like to work with more. I would just want to work more. Period. Right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I mean, we've hired the production at Days is becoming a large cast. I think we have over 35 contract players right now, and
really
seems to be growing. You know, we let people go, but then we let go 4, then we hire 5, and it's been an interesting turn of events with all the changes that have been going on.
Yeah, I just started watching Days. Well, I watched it in the 90s when I was in college and in high school, and then I just started watching it because I caught wind of the Will Horton coming out storyline developing. So I started watching late last fall when a bunch of the older vets came back. So I've been slowly watching Will's coming out process, which has been amazing. And
I'm very glad they did it too. I mean, it was an awesome endeavor that they took on, you know, making Will Horton gay, and Chandler has done a great job. He's really showed his chops, you know, recently, and then, you know, we're hoping he takes home an Emmy actually for the work that he's done.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, we'll see. But I agree with you. I think it's been terrific and very well done and executed.
Yeah.
I have a question from a fan, if I could slip it in here. It's from Pragmatic Days. And they said, please ask Eric what has been his favorite storyline since joining Days as Brady and why.
My favorite storyline. Actually, it's not a tough one for me to answer. And maybe this is because of my tendency to be nostalgic about my crazy passion days, but when I stuffed Vivian in that sarcophagus and put a food tube in there and got all, you know, when we went on an alcoholic rage for like a couple months that summer, that was probably the most fun I've had with the character, because he was so outside of the box from what Brady Black was previous. And Ethan Crane, who I played on Passions, was just simply the guy that always wanted to do the right thing, you know, just Dudley Do Right manifested. And when Brady turned dark, it was I was so thrilled to be playing a darker, edgier guy, because for years I had just been playing, you know, vanilla ice cream. And finally I got a little Rocky Road in there.
Yeah, I know most actors we've spoken with like playing the dark side. They said it's so much more fun.
It really is. It's fun to go back and forth. It's fun to, like, you know, sort of like what a human being goes through. You know, you have no one's good all the time. No one's bad all the time. You have to give someone layers. I think that's what makes characters interesting, that they're not always heroes, and they're not always just, you know, gangsters that kill people, but they can actually have feelings. And, you know, human beings, people with levels. That's what's fun.
Exactly.
And what about your favorite one from Passions, if you can think back?
Oh my God, it was, you know, as crazy as that show was, there were so many good memories, and I mean, I'm still very close with Lindsay Hartley and Justin Hartley, you know, who played Teresa in Fox, and of course Galen, who's still on Days. We still, to this day, laugh about things that we did on that show. I mean, there was one instance in particular where Teresa was out in the middle of the ocean in Mexico, apparently getting, you know, attacked by sharks. So Galen and I, you know, the lover and the brother, you know, swimming out into the middle of the ocean with 2 pistols and shooting sharks in the water while we were swimming.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh. The guns never would have fired in the middle of the saltwater ocean, you know. Pull this gun out of our swimming suit or whatever, and we're like, Teresa, shoot in the water. You know, it was great. They were in Mexico, they're called tiburones. We were like, Luis, get the tiburones. You know, and we're just dying laughing. So those are good times. They were really good times.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Tiburones, Teresa. You know, really? Seriously, we're doing this.
I think, wasn't Teresa played by Lindsay Hartley?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, she's
beautiful. And she was Ariana for a little while.
Yeah.
She was my love interest on Days of Our Lives for a second.
Yeah.
And then the powers that be decided to have her get hit by a car. And that was the end of that.
I know.
Yeah.
And I loved her on All My Children too.
I know. She's a good little actress. I had some tragedies lately. Brady Black he's recently gotten the term Brady Black widow. Because if you get involved with him romantically, look out. You'll probably lose your life.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Not so funny, but
yeah.
And I believe Justin Hartley was on Smallville as well. If I remember correctly. He
played the Green Arrow on there for 5 years. The funny thing was, he when he first got the job, I was actually there the day when he got the call to do Green Arrow, and he's like, "Should I do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, you're going to be a superhero." What guy? That's off the bucket list, man. To portray a superhero, to bring one to life. And he always wanted me to, do a guest star on the show, but I was never able to. And turns out he almost did every episode in those 5 years, but the one episode he wasn't in was the Booster episode. I called him up. I'm like, "Buddy, I'm coming up. Should I stay at your place? We're going to have such a good time. I'm going to be Booster Gold, man." He's like, "I'm off that week. What are you talking about?" But who knows? I think there's a new show called Arrow that's about the Green Arrow coming on the CW this fall.
Yeah.
So maybe Booster Gold will make an appearance and give Arrow a run for his money or something. Crazier things have happened.
Now, would you let your kids watch Smallville to see you on there?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You don't understand how much credibility I got from my kids seeing me.
Okay.
Fly in the air and then shoot a laser out of my wrist and blow up the Blue Beetle. But before Smallville, it was like this. Chase, Mason, come here. Come here. Come here. After Smallville, Chase and Mason, come here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was literally like a transformation. And my wife was like, "You do need to get that suit. You need to wear that a little bit so they think that you're him." I'm like, "That's not right." Can't truly have them believe that I'm... Well, of course, then again, it would make things a lot easier around the house.
Yeah, right? We all need at least one superpower in our lives when we have a lot of kids, or even one kid. So
exactly. And I have video. I have video to prove it.
Yeah.
We've had parties, and their friends have been like, "Your dad's not Booster Gold." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah?" They put it on TV, and I'm like, "Oh, my God, he is."
That is too funny.
It's pretty cool.
And how old are they now? They're like 6 or something?
They just turned 6, yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they're 9. They're huge. They're very tall, so we always forget that they're just 6.
Are you working them out or something?
No, I don't know what's going on, but they're just tall. And I mean, I'm almost 6'2", so I'm tall, but they're extremely off the charts in height for their age. Yeah. I mean, my mother's brothers are fairly tall, but I don't know. I got some monsters in my hands.
Yeah.
Well, usually the kids are taller than the parents, so watch out when they get bigger.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Good.
You're going to need your Booster Gold by then.
Yeah.
How do you discipline a child when you have to look up at him?
It's not easy.
Pointing up at them. You can't do that.
It's not easy. My oldest son, well, basically all my kids are taller than I am, but I still look up at them and yell at them. They can't get away from me.
Good for you.
You can't show fear.
Sound like a Pam.
Well, we have a special caller joining us, and I will let her say hello to you.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Martsolf. It's
hello.
Miss Behave.
Who is this? Is this Susan?
Of course.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm in the chat room. I'm listening to you guys, so I thought I would call in and say hi so we could talk about Misbehave, too.
I have a feeling this is Susan Bernhardt, creator of Misbehave. It happens to be a webisode series that I'm a part of. And what a surprise that you're calling.
Yeah.
would you like to talk about?
Of course, you know me.
I'm guessing, yeah, Susan's awesome. She's a go-getter, and she's one of the pioneers in these. You guys have seen all these webisode series popping up all over the place, right?
Yeah, we watched.
I mean, it's simply going to be a part of the future of media that nobody can deny right now, and it's happening. And Misbehave, I've been a part of it for, 2 seasons now?
Yeah, 2 seasons, and then he's going to be part of our new show, too, that we're moving over to. Yeah. Him and his movie star character.
Yeah, Martsolf.
Cool. Yeah.
But Misbehave, you can check it out at misbehave.tv, and actually it's going to be, there's the finale? It's a 3-part finale. It's going to be on July 12th.
Right. It releases online July 12th, but everybody that wants to see it ahead can buy tickets and come to the finale premiere, which will be at the International Television Fest on July 8th at 4:30. They're screening all 3 episodes back to, it'll be combined as one. In fact, I'm going over to the editors in 20 minutes to see the first rough cut, Eric.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
edit me well, but
over Memorial Day week.
Will you make me look good, please?
Of course. Well,
okay.
Do we not have a phenomenal director joining us this time?
He was great. He was awesome. The director from General Hospital was actually did the last sequence that I was a part of. He was just a nice guy too. Like, it's so rare you meet these kinds of people that just aren't stressed out by the industry. They're just really cool and interested in doing something new. And I loved his on set. He was great.
He's been a director for 25 years. He's won 5 Emmys for General Hospital, and he's nominated again, actually. And he just is excited to be part of the web series community, and I was lucky enough that he wanted to be part of working with us. So, yeah, I feel really blessed, and he's going to be part of the new show, too. I just had a long meeting with him a couple days ago. So he said it's the most fun he's had. Most fun. Yeah.
Well, those people over at General Hospital, they're very serious. Yeah, they don't clown around over there. Everything is very dramatic over there.
Well, and I think it's just
they make mobsters, so watch out.
Yeah, it's about mobsters and people shooting each other in the head. I mean, how much fun can you have?
We're taking your character, new direct movie star mobster.
That'll be great. What's interesting, Misbehave, it stars Susan's daughters in it, Jillian Clare.
Yes.
And she portrayed Abigail on Days of Our Lives years ago as well. So there's another Days of Our Lives connection in there.
Patrika Darbo from Days of Our Lives. Nancy.
Oh, yes. I love her.
Yeah, Chloe's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Darren was in first season. Darren Brooks was in first season.
Darren Brooks, whose dressing room is now mine.
Does he know that?
And then if we have any As the World Turns fans, Terry Garber joined us this season also as Jillian's mom and the publicist to Eric's character, Marcus. So we expect some fireworks going on there. It was very interesting. She had a lot of fun, I think.
And there you go.
And there you go.
Susan, thank you so much for coming on and surprising Eric with us.
Of course. Well, I was listening. I texted him and said, Dreamboat.
Joseph and the Dreamboat, yeah. The name of this interview, by the way.
All right, thanks for having me. MissBehave.tv. You guys should check it out before we have our finale, and you can see Eric there too.
I put the link in the chat room, so
we'll have you back in July, okay?
Awesome. Thank you. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye, Eric.
Bye, Susan.
See you soon.
Thanks,
Bye.
Susan.
Yeah, I've gotten involved in a couple webisodes.
Venice.
Venice, I did a season of that with Crystal Chappelle, and they're no joke. I mean, these webisode series, they're really recruiting some top-notch people in the industry now. As Susan said, I mean, this guy from GH, he's won Emmys, and you know, it's not too shabby.
No.
Yep, and it's entertaining.
And I love that you can watch them at any time. You know, it's not like the TV and you got to DVR it if you're not home, or if you still have SoapNet, you can catch it then. If you miss it all together, forget it. You know.
that's the root of the issue. I mean, the fact is, women are not at home,
exactly.
sitting down on their couch watching soaps. Like, given the economy and the way things are, they're working now. So to get your fix in a 5-minute or a 10-minute, increment of a web show on your computer at work,
right.
The boss has got to go to the bathroom sometimes.
Yeah.
While he's in the John, you can just, turn on your webisode. Fix, even if it's in a smaller amount. But, that's sometimes what we got to do, right?
And if the boss comes out and catches you, say, oops, what happened? I got this pop-up.
Exactly. What is this? Oh, my God, it's a guy without his shirt on fixing
a
thing. Oh, my God. Oh, he's burying someone alive. You should sit down and watch this. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Oh. Well, just to tell you a little bit about who we are and why you're here, I created the show in December first to be just a place to have fans call in and just talk about their passion of love and soaps, because we lost 2 soaps last year, and then we've lost 2 the year before with on CBS. And with going from 17 soaps when I was a kid to 4 now, I thought, well, there's other shows like this out there, but I wanted to create something a little different, a little bit unique, and a little bit more interactive. So I changed it from being just a thing about calling and talking about soaps to seeing if I can bring on guests from all of the soaps, past and present, and brought Pam on as a co-host because she knew her ABCs. She knows her ABCs, and she knows her ABC soaps. And
NBC.
NBC as well.
NBC.
And so I brought her on so that way we can bring on everybody across the platforms and let fans have that chance to call in at the last half of our show to talk and have that minute or two to be able to say hi and thank you for being you and I love you or whatever they want to say. It's all been positive, and we've been booked solid 5 nights a week since January. And
I've noticed.
It's been amazing. You noticed?
I did.
Oh.
Of course. I did some research on you. Of course, I wanted to know who I was talking to today. And you're making some great headway. Your program has a terrific reputation. Coworkers like have told me so, that they've enjoyed doing it, and so far I'm having a great time. So looks like you got a hit show in your hands. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I think so.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. I mean, we enjoy the hour and change with you, but it's really about the fans, doing it for the fans, because some people live out in Timbuktu, can't go to fan events, and don't have your personal phone number to call you. So we give an opportunity to talk about your projects. A lot of the times, if someone's working on something other than their show that they're working on, if they have something else, it gives them a chance, an outlet to talk to about them and promote them. Just like I just found out you had a CD, so after the show, I'm going to play your songs and help get some more fans to enjoy you in that aspect as well. So, and there are different charities and different Broadway events. Everything we've learned so much about everybody, and it's been the most amazing experience. And we don't get paid for it. We just do it because of our love for the soaps, and we don't want the last 4 soaps to go anywhere. So we're just trying to show, hey, there's a need out there.
Absolutely, I know. That is amazing when you said that statistic. I can't believe it. 17 down to 4.
Yeah.
In the course of just your lifetime. I mean, that's in mind. I mean, it's just nuts.
Yeah.
I hope we stop. I mean, I hope networks wise up and realize that these shows with all this generational impact, they're treasures. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They're Americana, and to let I don't think the genre is going to go away. I truly believe that in my heart, that there's no way that any network is going to give up the whole genre entirely, because that would just be a ridiculous move.
Well, here's a good example. Tonight, right now, during our interview, Dallas is on, okay? I grew up watching Dallas. Now my kids are watching the new one.
Right. Oh, I know. And I know my old coworker, Jesse Metcalf, is on there.
Yep.
Jesse got his start on Passions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I remember growing up watching Dallas. Sure, that was like the naughty soap opera that right. I think it was right after Fantasy Island or something like that. The Love Boat. But Dallas would come on, and my mom would be like, "Eric, you have homework to do." I'm like, "Yeah, but I want to see if JR got something crazy going on with Sue Ellen or whatever."
Now, would you be JR or would you be Bobby?
Probably JR.
Yeah,
I'd be JR.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I'm not a stranger to cowboy boots anyway. I spent some time in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, so I'd be very comfortable in a hat and boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and start taking some calls. We got a lot of Brady Black fans on here, so let's get that going here. First up is Christy. Christy, you're on with Eric. Go ahead.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Christy. I thought for a second you might be Christy Clark. I'm like, what are you doing?
You know what? I actually am from a town called Salem.
You're kidding.
In Oregon. No. So I actually, when I've talked to Patrick, he was making a big wisecrack about it too, and he goes, seriously? I said, yeah, Salem, Oregon.
I believe it. Well, heck, there were Salem witch trials, right?
Right.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, so I was kind of hoping that Galen would have shared some of the wine I sent with you as well.
Wait a minute.
I sent some wine.
Oh, wait. I think I know. Have we met?
No.
We haven't met. Okay.
No, I wished, but no.
Don't count on Galen sharing wine anytime soon.
That's what Patrick said. But he was sweet, and he kept it because I sent it in care of Galen for Pat. And,
those two boys together. If you think anyone else is going to get a drop of that, no.
Not even. So, if I send some for you, some Willamette wine, some of our famous Oregon wine, would you be able to get it?
Christy, that would be the nicest gift you could probably send me. I have twin boys that are 6. I need red wine.
Because we have a very good Grand Cuvée, and then we also have our the Pinot Gris, which is really, really good. I think you'd like them both.
You're making my mouth water right now. Thank you. If you send that to me, I would be more than happy to tweet out how lovely it was.
Wonderful. But I do have a question, though. What is it like reworking with Galen again, since you guys worked together on Passions?
Yeah.
And the storylines are different for days, you know.
Yes, they are. He and I have gone through life almost on a parallel level in the sense that, we got Passions. He was on there before I was, obviously, but we got married around the same time, and we both had children around the same time, and we both had 2 boys that are of similar ages, and then we both got days of our lives at the same time, and we have all these, similarities in the past 10 years together that when you have that, and you're going down that path and it's so similar, you can't help but bond in that sense. And we both auditioned for the role of Sammy's love interest. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow.
It wasn't. Really? It wasn't Rafael Hernandez. If I would have known it was Rafael Hernandez, then this German-Swedish guy would probably not have auditioned for it. I don't know how I would have pulled that off, but
yeah, Rafael.
Yeah,
there are blonde Spanish people, so
it's true. You're right. Maybe they could have stretched that a little bit, but he got the part. But they in fact at the time after my screen test said, you know what? If we're going to put Galen with Sammy, why don't we bring this guy back as Brady Black? So that's how that happened. That really was kind of an impromptu. Let's see if we can make him Brady.
Well, that's great. As I truly enjoy watching you on TV and checking you out in whatever shows you're in, guest starring in and stuff. So you are definitely, I think a lot of women would say your wife is one very lucky girl. And I'm sure, we women do truly enjoy seeing you on TV.
Well, you are very, very sweet. Thank you. And thanks for your loyalty. I mean, that's why our show is still on, because of people like yourself. So thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Thank you, Christy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that wine, Christy.
I'll try to send it. Hopefully you'll get it faster than Galen did. It took him 6 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait that long. Can you do it overnight, please?
Yeah.
It's up to the winery. Oregon here, they have a law that you have to have a liquor license. And even though I'm a caterer and a chef, I don't have a liquor license, so I can't send alcohol through the mail, so I have to send it through the winery. And so however the winery does it is how you get it. So.
Well, if you'll don't mind being put on hold for a second, I'm going to call the Liquor Control Board up in Oregon and have that legislation repealed. Give me a second. I have a pre-law degree, so I can knock this out in about 10 minutes. Please.
Oh, that's great.
I'll get on that and send you some then.
All right. Thank you, Christy. Pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. I vote that you and James Scott come back in the future, and we don't do an interview. We just get all your lady fans, and you guys read 50 Shades of Grey.
All right. What is it with this book, Pam? What is going on with this book?
You know what? I don't know because I never read it. I guess I have to get it because that's all I see on my timeline is people reading this book.
So you're the only one that hasn't read it.
Yeah.
Huh? I honestly, I was hearing about this all over the place. I come home one night, and sure enough, on the bedstand, my wife has all 3 books.
Oh, you're kidding.
Sitting there, and I'm like, what is this? And, oh, babe, it's silly. It's just escapism. Really? Because I hear it's about some sexual fantasy that some woman has.
Oh, is it? Well, guess what I'm doing when I hang up the phone?
Oh, my God.
But she'll be using your voice as the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Here we're going there, aren't we? All right.
Okay. We'll move on to the next caller. Pam.
I'll have to call mine 50 Shades of Black.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Pam Rogers, you're on the phone with Eric. Go ahead.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm laughing so hard. You are so funny.
I'm having a good time.
I'm laughing my ass off, literally. I'm telling you, I've never laughed so much in my life.
That's good. What's wrong with that?
No,
it's a form of exercise, laughing.
Yes. What haven't you done yet that you would like to do?
What do you mean, like generally, or in the acting field, or like
anything, whatever.
Anything. Wow, that's a.
Could you take some more clothes off on the show?
Come on, girl. I've taken off just about everything that daytime television allows.
We need a towel scene, I think. I don't know.
You know, I do speak as well. I don't know if you know this, but I actually talk as well.
Oh, yes,
on the
I hear your sexy voice. Yes, I love your voice. I'm in love with it. Oh, my God, yes.
No, they're always finding gratuitous ways to get our clothes off, trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was even more so on Passions. Like, if I had to, if you had to fix the sink, you had to take your shirt off, in order to get under the pipes to fix the sink, or if your tires needed air, you need to take your shirt off to fill up the tire, things like that. But something I haven't done, this sounds kind of stereotypical, but I haven't skydived yet. I would like to skydive.
No.
Oh, wow.
I know it's
I'd be too scared to do that. I'm scared of heights. They would scare me to death.
Do that. I'd also like to have a girl. I have 2 boys. I want to have a baby girl.
Does your wife know that?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's 43, so that the window of opportunity is closing a little bit. So.
Well, you better hurry up and make it happen then. When you get that wine, there you go.
And the 50
You're right. I got the wine. I got the Shades of Grey up on the bedstand. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Forget it. She's
I want to ask you another question. How was it working with, I can't think of the kid's name, the one that played Timmy that passed away on Passions?
Evans, Josh Evans?
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I never shared a scene with him. But
never?
he in fact, my first day of work, he was working. He was in the makeup chair. And he's sitting there, and he's kind of staring at me, and I was staring back. I'm like, okay, the little guy's staring at the new guy. This is interesting.
Right.
And he's like, I know you. I saw you and Joseph.
Oh, wow.
he saw me in Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat when I was doing the Pharaoh. And so we talked about that musical for a little while. But tragically, it was only been employed for about 2 weeks before he passed.
Aww.
Yeah, so I only got like 14 days, but, you know, he brought such a magical element to that show, you know, and was very well liked. It was such a tragedy when we lost him.
Yeah, it was tragic when he died. He was a very talented young actor.
You were a Passionite, so to speak. Did you follow the whole show?
Oh yes, yes I did.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Quiet over there, please. My son's annoying me.
Quiet on the set.
I had a lot of fun with that program.
Yeah, quiet on the set, Tyler. Quiet.
What's going on over there?
Eric said, quiet over there.
Can't hear myself think here.
Oh, he's laying down with the puppy. He's laying down with the puppy now.
Well, Pam, thank you so much for calling. We got to get on with the rest of the callers.
All right, Eric. Thank you. It's been fun.
Thanks Pam. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Next up is David. David, you're on with Eric. Go ahead.
Hey, Eric.
Hi, David. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully.
I just want to say that your Brady is really a force to be reckoned with.
I like the way you say that. He is, isn't he?
He is, very much.
Not a push-around kind of guy, is he?
No. My favorite scene was probably yours, the one where you locked Vivian in the sarcophagus.
Well, I don't know how long you've been listening, but yeah, I actually mentioned that as one of my favorite times since I've been on Days. That was my favorite story arc to date. I mean, that was just wild. I don't know if anybody saw that coming either. I certainly couldn't believe it when I got that script. I thought it was a misprint or something. And I went up to production and I said, you guys, it says here that Brady buries Vivian in a coffin. Is this a misprint? Like, no, you're doing that. That's your summer story.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I know. We're just going to go with it, okay? Okay. Oh, boy, here we go.
Okay. My question to you there is, which one of your leading ladies has taught you the most?
Oh, that's a good question. I like that. I've had a few in my short little 10 years. I'd have to go with my first leading lady. That would be Lindsay Hartley, who she was actually my leading lady on Days and on Passions, briefly on Days. But she actually, when I got the role on Passions, I had never done a soap opera before, and I was scared to death. I didn't know what I was walking into, and my friends kept telling me to call Lindsay and just ask her, and ask her the questions. But I didn't want to appear like I was, unexperienced and didn't know my gig. But I did. I got the courage up to call her up the night before we started shooting, and I said, "Lindsay, it's Eric." She was like, "Who?" "Yeah, Eric Martsolf. I'm going to be playing Ethan." "Oh yeah. Hi, how you doing?" And she talked to me for like an hour and a half and answered every little silly question that I had about everything, and I'll never forget that she took the time to really put me at ease for my first day of work. And as it was, my first day of work was actually her being put to death by lethal injection. So talk about by fire to be your first day at work. That was my scene where I had to watch her be executed. Well, she didn't die, but I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
So I'd have to give a shout out to Lindsay in that department to answer your question.
Well, thank you very much for answering.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David.
Eric.
Thank you, David.
I enjoy your music too.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thanks, David.
All right. The last two callers are both area code 281, which is going to be interesting. So I'll just say 281, and somebody start talking.
Where is 281?
I think it's Houston.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm from Houston, Texas.
You're from Houston. My wife is from Houston. Good people.
Oh, is she? Oh, okay.
I love Houston. I love me some Texas.
Oh, then how come you guys never do special appearances here?
Yeah, we don't really get to pick where we go for those most of the time.
Oh, really?
I'd love to have more there. We'll see what we can do about that.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say I love your appearance on Days of Our Lives. I've watched Days of Our Lives for a while.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to say I like your character. And I was wondering, when Sarah Joy Brown came on, I thought you guys had great chemistry, but it's a shock that she was let go.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for that. I agree with you. I felt Sarah and I had something special as well. She came in like a fireball. I mean, obviously she has 3 Emmys on her shelf at home, so she's no stranger to creating character and to making.
I thought you guys had really great chemistry. I really liked both your characters.
Thank you. That's very nice to hear because it was a shock. I mean, I literally watched that whole storyline just kind of dissipated around me. Ian Buchanan was let go, and then Sarah was let go, and I was really, really shocked when those decisions came down. But you know, soaps do that. They throw you curveballs all the time, and we as actors we just kind of have to accept those changes and hope that the show will improve as a result. But yeah, no, she will be missed because she definitely was a powerhouse. She was a very strong woman, but she'll be fine as well. She'll find one.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking my call.
Very welcome.
Really like your character and
comment.
I'll keep watching.
Thank you. You better.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Before you pick up that,
I know where you are. You're in Houston, so I got
you. Before you pick up the next call, from Twitter, I have I Love La Perla. Her name is Lisa with 2 S's. She said to tell you hi, and she's packing right now to bring him some wine.
Hey, this hour might work out pretty well for me. I might get
right?
cases of wine sent me. I'm loving this. We got to do this like every week.
Yeah.
Right. We'll be here if you'll be here.
Yeah. I'll just start my own winery. I'll take all the wine and I'll make it Brady Black selection or something.
Exactly. Now the other 281 from Houston is on the air. Go ahead.
That is me, Lisa, with 2 S's.
Oh, the one I just told you about.
Oh, my God. You're kidding me.
Yes,
you said you hung up, girlfriend.
My battery was running low, and I thought, I wonder if I can get in there real quick. And I did.
Well, you're a tricky girl, aren't you?
I am.
Look at you.
I have tricks.
You're everywhere.
I'm going to be everywhere.
What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to ask you one question. Well, a lot, actually, but I only have time for one.
Okay.
Did you really do 90% of your stunts in Passion?
I know you guys. That's on a biography somewhere, isn't it?
No, I forgot where I read it in a magazine.
You know what? The truth of that statistic, it's actually my humor. It actually isn't something like 92% or something like that. It's like he did 92.7% of his stunts or something like that. That is actually, I mean, I truthfully did do most of my stunt work because I come from a stunt background. I was the Green Goblin in the original Spider-Man musical at Universal Studios called Spider-Man Rocks.
That is too funny.
So I did a lot of stunt work, so I love doing that kind of activity. But how that statistic got out there in the media somewhere, I have no idea. But it was a joke. I'm like, I did 92.7% of my stunts, which is ridiculous.
Well, I think it's great, and I'm still headed on that plane out tomorrow morning with my face of wine. And we'll just all party, and I wanted to tell you my favorite storyline was when you stuck Vivian in that sarcophagus.
Oh, that's everybody's favorite.
I'm noticing a trend. I
peed my pants.
You know what's funny?
For every day.
Yeah, I think she did when she was in that coffin for 4 weeks, too. She must have peed her pants, because I don't know.
I was thinking, how is she going to the bathroom in real life, if this were true?
Pam. Lisa, I asked that question. I said, did I somehow get a catheter in there, or did Dr. Dan help me out with that or something? Because how is she? Like, Eric, we're just going to skip over that idea. We'll just assume that there's only...
One last thing. I was born in Pennsylvania, too. Small world.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was born in Pennsylvania also.
Oh, you're kidding me. Where? What part?
Philadelphia, South Philly.
Philly, all right. That's good.
I'm
a Harris boy, so.
Yeah.
That makes you a Pennsylvanian no matter where you are. You know that.
I know it. I know. I'm a transplant.
How long were you in Philly? Because I used to go to Phillies games all the time with my parents.
Oh. I only stayed there till I was 4 because my father was transferred here to NASA.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I wasn't there for very long, but my relatives are there and in Italy, and someday maybe I'll get to go see them.
That's kind of crazy. This is going to freak you out a little bit. My wife's name is Lisa. She was also originally from Pennsylvania, but from Pittsburgh. And then she moved.
Oh, my gosh.
That parallel life of yours.
How about that?
That
wow.
is weird.
And she likes wine as well.
And she likes wine.
I love it. Oh, my vino. I'm Italian. I love it.
Yeah, that's actually very funny.
Yeah.
But pleasure to you. Thank you.
Well, pleasure talking to you. Keep us wild on TV.
Will do.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Lisa. And our last caller here, let's see, 760. Go ahead. You're on with Eric.
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
We're awesome. How you doing?
I am doing even better now.
Good. What's your name?
My name is Jennifer.
Jennifer, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. What I had to say is just really quick. I just wanted to tell you how much we all love Drunk Brady. And the coffee beef are the
once
best.
again, this wine thing, I'm telling you, there's something in here. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, I think.
Well, it definitely is a compliment, and just the way that you played off of, Ari and, and everybody loves Andy Vibb, and seeing her being put back in that sarcophagus after she did that to Carly years ago.
I know.
Right?
It was nostalgic that way. But thank you.
Great.
I mean, I literally had so much fun doing that, and secretly I always hope that Brady goes off the deep end again.
Yeah.
Well, he's having some problems recently. I don't know if you're caught up on your episodes, but he had a little issue.
I'm pretty caught up.
Well, he's got some drugs in his protein shakes now. He's having some issues.
Yeah, you need to watch out for that Ian guy. Yeah,
he's a monster, isn't he?
Isn't he? But he's the nicest guy. I was able to chat with him a couple weeks ago. So
that is such the case. Usually, the biggest villains are the nicest of people. And vice versa. The really, really sweet people on soaps are usually just awful people.
Oh, no. Are you telling us something about yourself?
I'm making
gotta watch what you say there.
Okay, what I say, yeah.
That's
well,
funny.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and thanks for keeping us entertained. And
it's my pleasure. You're the reason that we're still on the air. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jennifer.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
I got a lot of tweets about Brady and Nicole. Are they ever going to go back there? Any ideas? I mean, everybody wants the baby to be yours. I don't know how that would happen, but.
Well, the one thing I've learned is you never say never.
Never. Yep.
So it's just when you think you know exactly what's going on, you don't.
Right.
I know. There's a Burkole fan base there and Ari and I we're mutually fans of our coupling as well. I always thought Brady and Nicole was a really cool dynamic, and the fact that they were both flawed characters was interesting to watch together. And for whatever reasons, they always seemed to break us up. They'd put us together and break us up, and put us together and break us up, but. Out of that, they've also retained a really solid friendship between the two characters, and so that's always there. And honestly, that can always be reignited again. So never lose faith. If you are a fan of that coupling, I would say hang in there. Don't worry about it. You never know what's around the corner.
You never do know.
That's my tease.
Yeah.
We love a good tease. Well, Eric, this has been one hell of a great time. We could talk for hours. We just feel like you're an old buddy of mine that we're catching up from college or something. It's been an honor to have you on our show.
Well, thank you so much. I think it's terrific what you're doing, and this is such a wonderful way to keep soaps alive in its own right, and so my thanks to you.
Yeah, and listeners, I'm going to play his 5 songs from his EP and then direct you to where you can get it, so stay tuned if you want to listen to that. And Pam, I'll let you say your goodbyes.
Do I have to?
No.
Pam, I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Yes, we'll invite you back for the fall.
I'd be happy to do it again.
Storyline. Yeah. Okay, then I'll say goodbye for now.
Bad trouble, and then once I get a couple cases of wine, I'll come on again and we'll get some more.
Yeah, and I think you should grow some black grapes or something and make some black Pharaoh wine.
I don't even know if black grapes exist, but I'm going to grow them anyway. Who cares?
Well, tell your wife to read the 50 Shades trilogy, drink that wine, and come back and tell us you're having a baby girl, okay?
I'm throwing those books down the toilet, and I will flush them away. I don't need that in my life. They're going away. That's what I do for a living, what those books are supposed to do. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right.
I'm the fan in this house.
How many babies were made thinking about Brady Black or Eric Martsolf?
Oh my God, don't ever ask her that question. I don't want to know the answer. I don't want to know the answer to that. Yeah.
Well,
guys had a really great, a lot of laughs. You guys are terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we will talk to you in the fall then. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and you can pass our name and number down to anybody over at the studio if you'd like to.
Will do. Yeah, I'll just post it on a big poster board and put it in the hallway.
It doesn't have to be a show either.
All right. Bye-bye, guys. Good night.
Take care. Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh, gosh, what a fun time he was. Good Lord. I'm
had
just grinning
so
from
much
ear to
fun.
ear. And I just
My face hurts from laughing.
I know, and I forgot to be professional at all.
I know, right?
I just let it.
With that voice? It's these voices that get us.
Oh, I know. Well, let's just keep the ball rolling, and we're going to play 5 songs, and then we'll be back with you to close the show. First up is his song called Never Be. All right, there you go. That was the 5 songs. Never Be, For a Lifetime, Hold On to Me, Liar, and When Love Calls. You can go to thesoapseries.com. The first post, there is a picture of the album cover. If you click it, it'll take you right to iTunes to purchase it, or the link below it, you can get it at CD Baby. If you have iTunes, you can get it for $4.95. A CD Baby is $10, $15 for a physical CD. So there you go. Go support Eric's music. Pam, what did you think about the overall show and songs?
Well, ding dong me, completely forgot when you mentioned, Eric sings. And I was like, really? I totally forgot that he sang and that I have his video from Day of Day events on my YouTube. Blonde moment.
Oh, well, it happens.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to watch it. Anybody that hasn't watched those videos yet, the phenomenal amount of people on days that sing. I don't think there's another soap out there that has so many singers, so many great singers on it.
Yeah, past and present.
Right.
Very good stuff. And then him in general was hysterical. I mean, he had me laughing in stitches. This interview and Texas interview just both so darn funny. And I just, like I said a minute ago, I totally forgot that I was supposed to be professional, and I was just dreamboat.
Yeah. Oh my God, Doug! I couldn't believe that. It was so funny, and I thought I was the only one that caught it. And then he said something about it. Did you realize you said it?
No, I didn't. I was trying to, because it's such a long word.
Yeah,
I mean, a long Joseph and
title.
Title. It just was long, and I guess inside I was just thinking he's just a dreamboat.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, this wraps up our week. We are not going to be on tomorrow. We had Skylar Yancey scheduled, who plays Cameron on days. He had to reschedule, so he'll be back with us when we return from our hiatus in July. Next week, though, we have a full schedule, so we pretty much cover every station next week. We have Texas Battle on Monday coming back to the show to talk about his calendar, DVD, and if you live in the SoCal area, you could win a chance to meet him, have lunch with him, and have a visit the set of The Bold and the Beautiful, so definitely do not miss that. Tuesday, we have Valerie Wilderman, who plays Faye Walker on Days of Our Lives. Next Wednesday, we have Maura West, who's best known for her role as Carly on As the World Turns, and we have a special surprise guest joining us for that night. So if you're an As the World Turns fan, you do not want to miss that. And then, of course, you know her as Diane Jenkins, most recently on Young and the Restless. Then the day after, ironically, we have Sean Cannon, who plays Deacon Sharp on Young and Restless and Bold and Beautiful, and he's the one who assisted in bashing Maura West's head in. So it's kind of like a back-to-back show there.
Right.
Yeah, don't miss Sean as we talk to him about his return to Bold and Beautiful. And then ending up the week, we have Katie McLean, who played Rosanna on As the World Turns and on All My Children as...
Oh, Dixie Cooney.
Thank you.
I'm trying to put in the chat room as you're going.
Oh, okay. And then, so that's a full 5 days next week. And then the last week of the month, we have Lynn Herring, who played Lucy Coe on General Hospital. We have Laura Lee Bell, who plays Christine Cricket Blair on Young and Restless. And we end the month with Michael O'Leary, our first Guiding Light guest, who played Dr. Rick Bauer. We will be taking a 2-week break, the first 2 weeks of July off, just to rest, recuperate, and start prepping for the rest of July and the coming months. We do have Michael Mooney coming to our show the week of July 16th. We don't have a date yet. He said he will let me know the first week of July. So we will return that day with that episode with him, which I'm very, very excited because we've waited almost 8 months for this interview. So a lot of great stuff coming up, and then who knows what's going to be scheduled after we return. We are going to be working from scratch to build a new lineup for you guys. So hope everybody has a great evening, and hope you enjoyed Eric as much as we did. Definitely go check out his music. It's $4.95 on iTunes. Can't beat it to support him and his passion. He's got a great voice. I mean, gosh, that's good music. Good music. So I would definitely like to see him use that on the air again.
And he was saying something about being like a Michael Bublé type. I'm assuming that's what he wants to come up with, is for his next EP, because this EP was definitely not Michael Bublé.
Yeah, he said he wants to do one of standards like Michael Bublé and Josh Groban, and I think that would be amazing. That's ironic, though, because Kyle Lowder, who used to play Brady Black's album, is that same type of music. So it just seems like the Brady Blacks liked that type of music.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. He said the same thing.
So if you have missed any of our shows, definitely go to thesubseries.com. Our list of archives is getting longer and longer and longer, and our upcoming shows is getting shorter and shorter, and that's just because we're taking a break for a couple weeks. But we'll still be online. You'll still be able to catch us, and we'll be back next week. So have a good 4-day weekend from us, and we'll be back next week. Okay? And so also, thank you we received a couple donations in the last couple of days. Thank you so much. Those are being collected. Thank you so much. If you can make a donation, you can go to our site on the left-hand side, click on Make Donation, and you can use a debit or PayPal, credit card, whatever, and submit $1. We received the $1 one. We received the $2 one. It's just every little dollar counts to extend our stay here on Blog Talk Radio. So you guys know who you are.
Special shout out to our one secret donator.
Yes.
She's in our hearts and our souls, and we love her, and God bless her always.
Yes. Thank you so much. And I guess that's it. So good night, and I'll let you say good night, Pam.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, everybody.
See you on Monday.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.